One of the great things about working with Janis in a Slack workspace is that you can be running your business and communicating and collaborating with others on your team while Janis is monitoring your AI and can alert you to bring you into the loop. And so if you configure your alerts, then you can get all types of actionable insights delivered directly inside of Slack. Now, in this example, I've connected a Dialogflow agent to Facebook, and a Facebook bot will communicate with my end users. And when my users send messages, I can alert the team and we can act accordingly. So we may want to take over live. Maybe the customer is angry and we can get alerts for that using our negative sentiment analysis. Maybe the bot just doesn't have a response and we'll want to get an alert when the bot can respond. So then we'll not only want to take over live, but we may want to train the bot and train the AI to learn from that conversation. So these actionable alerts are one of the core features of the Janis user experience in Slack. Let's look at this Facebook bot that I set up. You can see here that if I just send a message, it is going to communicate with Dialogflow, and Dialogflow will understand a message of hi or something similar and respond with the automation, how can I help you? And then I can get help. And maybe the user sends a message relating to COVID, and we want to get an alert about questions relating to social distancing. So, what are your policies for social distancing? So you can see that Dialogflow produced a response and returned that to the user in Facebook. And if we go to Slack, then you can see here that in this channel, COVID, we had an alert that was set up for anything relating to social distancing. And therefore, this alert was delivered to this channel. You'll notice that in my direct message with Janis, there is no alert. And that's because we disabled these custom alerts that are going to track these unique events. Now, let's just see what alerts we have enabled here. We have the no response alert. So if the bot receives a message that it can't produce an accurate response for, it's going to trigger, it's going to hit a default intent in Dialogflow, and then it is going to alert us here. And that is this no response alert. So let's go back to Facebook, and you'll see here, if I send a message that we know the bot's not going to understand, the bot will definitely not have a response to that. You can see here, let's try something else. I'm good with short phrases. That is a default response. And if we go back to Slack, then you can see here that in my direct message that we have this alert, no response. And you can see this is what the user said. This is me, and that Facebook profile information, specifically my real name on Facebook, is relayed to Janis as well. If you have a web chatbot hooked up to Janis, then you're not going to get the user's name. You'll just get a generic username like web user. But Facebook provides Janis with additional information, and that's how we know who the user is. So I'm just going to close this. Now we can also see that this channel is lit up. So let's go click into this channel and see why. Okay, so we got the alert in this channel too. Now this is a channel that was intended just for alerts relating to COVID. So we might want to disable that alert. So I'll just say Janis, and I'll just say alerts. And then I will click this one reply, and you can see the no response is enabled in this channel. So let's disable all of these alerts, because we only want alerts relating to COVID. So you can see here, if I click manage, we just have one alert. Maybe we want some other alerts as well. So let's add everything relating to COVID. Now there's a lot of COVID intents here, so we're not going to add all of them because that would take some time. but maybe we want to know about the staff and we want to know if they're being tested. When a user sends a message that is a question relating to staff and testing for COVID, we can get an alert here. Again, we didn't add that alert in our direct message with Janis, so we won't get that alert here. So let's test it out. Are your staff tested? And you can see here that if we scroll up, that we did get a response from Dialogflow. And if we go back, you can see here that in this channel, because we added that alert, anytime users ask questions relating to staff being tested, we'll get that alert in this channel. We didn't get it a direct message alert, but we got it here, and this is the right place. And now everybody who is a member of this channel can now respond to the user, or at least get the alert to see that, what are users saying relating to COVID. Let's look at some of these other alerts real quick. I'm going to go into my direct message with Janis because I've disabled all of the other alerts in this channel. So I'm going to want to, I'll just say alerts. And let's take a look at a couple of these alerts. So we have our no response alert. So we'll leave that enabled. We have this, the error warnings. Those are system messages. Maybe the user's angry and frustrated. We may want to get an alert for that. But I just want to know when the user wants help. If they say help, and that is a keyword in their message, then we'll get an alert related to that. So let's try that out. Are you able to help me? Now that you can see that triggered a response from Dialogflow. Sounds like you're having a problem. And we can go back to Slack, and you can see here that we actually got the alert twice. Now that's okay. At least we got the alert. Sometimes Janis will deliver more than one alert for the same message. It was at the exact same time, but we did see here that this is what the user said. Are you able to help me? And you can see here, I'm just going to, so you can see that the alerts have different emojis, and that makes it really easy, because if you're on your phone and you're using the Slack app for your phone, then you just see the emoji and that you got an alert. And because there's only a few different types of emojis for each alerts, you'll know very quickly what these alerts mean. If the bot is sending, if Janis is sending alerts for when the bot doesn't respond, that might be a lot of alerts, and you may want to, mute those alerts. You want to disable them. But certainly if somebody needs help, you'll want to be brought into the loop.